what happened to the child's father? Like at what point in time does he even know?
Oh yeah, so he was the only person I told, and my best friend, because I needed him to give me the money to get the abortion because I didn't have a job.
How old was he?
He was my age too, but yeah, he had some money.
Okay. Did you ever meet this man?
See, that we're not going to even go there because I'm going to get mad.
Okay.
About that right now. It's too fresh. And I need to hear about him
14
later.
years ago.
Yeah, I need to hear about him later. I got ideals, and I asked that question. And
hi, I'm Dina, and this is my mom.
hi, I'm Gail.
And we're about to let you in on some facts about our lives, which are very, very personal.
Yes, very.
Alright, so before I made the abortion film, her choice, off my She Prayed, her prayer CD, I wanted to make sure I sent it to you so you can hear it, because I know that a lot of the information you had never heard before. So I just kind of want to see what you felt like when you first heard it.
I feel shocked and overwhelmed. Any mother would feel like, what? You know, I was done. I was through for a moment, because to get that much information at one time is not always good, and that's what I said. Any mother would tell you that. Yeah.
What was the hardest part?
The baby in the toilet, in my toilet. That was real hard. That I didn't even know about. My grandchild. I mean, it can go deeper, but that'll raise up something in me maybe that I'm still trying to process and accept and understand and deal with it.
So I got pregnant the first time I had sex. And did you have any idea at that time?
Of course not. I would have beat you down back then. I wasn't the same mother that I am now. I would have lost it, and probably, who knows what I would have done. It wouldn't have probably been good, because
if I would have came to you, like, because I was 18, I turned 18 when I was in the 12th grade. If I would have came to you, what would you have said? Like, you probably would, never mind. Never mind. Yeah, so, like,
I would have went after the guy first.
Why?
That's how I am. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little tense. That's me.
Well, I appreciate you having this, us to be able to have this open conversation, because I feel like that's what it is, and that's part of what I talk about in the song, is that, like, I felt like I couldn't tell you, and also I had so many adults in my life who I was close to in the church and things like that. I didn't have one adult that I felt like I could talk to about it, because I just felt like everybody was gonna, like, attack me or judge me, and so, like, I ended up, even the decision, because the people when I went to Planned Parenthood, those were the only adults that were there, and they were there for me. I cried, and they comforted me, and then they gave me the option for abortion, because they saw that it wasn't something that I felt like I could even go home and tell my mom.
I just think that they have no right to do that without the parent having
I was 18.
something. I don't care about 18. See, parents don't want to hear that I was 18, because to us, you still our child.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
So
I was in high school.
And that's what I'm saying. You know, and I mean, you know, I'm saying I would have did this, I would have did that, but I don't know. I might have broke down and cried and just went with it, and been able to assimilate it and accept it as I prayed. You know.
Because I feel like what I was thinking at the time, I was sitting there, they told me I was pregnant, and I gotta go to your house pregnant, and I was like, no, like, it was no other option in my head except I'm about to go to college. Right? I'm about to go to college.
But see,
I'm about to go to college. My mom told me not to have sex. My mom is going to kill me. It was just no option. But I feel like if I would have had an adult that I felt comfortable calling, they would have talked, like, somebody would have talked me out of it. Because once they would have talked, like,
I would have talked you out of it, because I didn't believe in abortion. See, that would have been, it would have turned into, really, would have turned into a school. My grandbaby. Oh, well, I got to work with him. I'm taking, I don't care what nobody say. You know, when it got to the real nitty gritty, you wouldn't have gotten an abortion. That child, that 14-year-old child that you said 14-year-old
baby would have been 14.
Yeah, that baby would have been here. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, I might have said a few things, but when it comes down to the real nitty gritty, I don't believe in abortion at
And I
all.
think that's why I wanted us to have this conversation, because I feel like more mothers and daughters need to be able, because a lot of girls don't want to do it. Like
I know.
nobody wants to do that.
Exactly.
But some people do. But it wasn't something that I wanted to do.
Right.
But if you feel like you have no one you can talk to, or you feel like you can't tell your
Yeah.
parent, you're gonna listen to the people at the clinic.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean? And so
That's
I feel
true.
like more parents and daughters, mother and daughter, or father and daughter, need to be able to have these kind of conversations
Yeah.
and sit down.
I agree. When that happened to you, when you went through that experience, what was going on in your head? Why you feel like you couldn't come to me or as to say nothing or give me a sign or something?
I think because you had preached so much in my childhood that sex is wrong, sex is wrong, sex is wrong, sex is wrong, that it was not it never crossed my head. It never even crossed my mind. Let me go tell my mama. It was just, there was no way I was going to talk to you about that and tell you, because you had told me it was wrong, what God felt about it. I felt like I was going to go to hell. Like, there's just so many different things that I have been taught over the years that this is wrong. So I'm about to come tell you that I felt like it was the ultimate sin, like the ultimate thing you could do wrong. So that's kind of where I was at. And then it was no thought. I literally didn't have any thoughts. It was, I found out, and this is what I have to do.
You reacted.
It was a reaction, and immediately after the reaction, I went blank. It never happened. For years, it literally, I went on to college, and like I said that in the song, like I forgot about that baby. Focused on everything else. Like I put it in that shelf, and I think that's what a lot of women do when they get abortion. You go, you do it, you leave, you do it in secret, it's in the dark, you leave it, and you never revisit it. And I didn't think about it again until when I got back into church, when I was in grad school. I went to church, and it's to this day, one of my mentors, this evangelist Lydia Clark, she wrote a book about her abortion. She had an abortion when she was a teenager, but her parents, she was really young, so they took her to get an abortion. And she was the first person who openly talked about it. And I read her book, and I was like, oh my God, and I just felt so free. And I was like, I need to heal from this. I need to repent for this. And then that's, I think, after I processed it and started talking to God about it and really dealt with it myself, then I came and told you. So it really was like nothing. It was like, I found out I was pregnant. I was like, immediately, I'm getting an abortion. I forgot about it, and that was it. I lived my life for like 5 years without thinking about it again. If somebody would have brought it up, I would have been like, oh yeah, I did, So.
That's something. That comes from a lack of communication in the family too, and fear, and all those other things that kick in. So those conversations, I really feel, should be talked about. Even what if, maybe a what if, and then maybe it could be an open door to say, well, I'm not for that, I don't agree with that, or whatever, but I'm not going to leave you, I'm not going to turn my back on you, I'll be there, whatever, but parents are scared to say that, because then they think they're giving you the open sign to say, go do what you want, my mama going to go along with me. So parents don't always show that side of them.
So let me ask you this: if I would have told you that I was having sex, would you have you probably, I feel like you would have just said stop, and then you would have disconnected me from the world. I would have been on punishment. You would have taken my car, and I would have nothing. I feel like because if I come to you and tell you this might happen, then it would be like, well, this is how you protect yourself. But I don't feel like you would have even told me like, okay, well then at least use condom. If you're going, I don't want you to do it, but at least if you are going to do it, at least use a condom.
Well, in this time and day, I would have said something like that because of the time we living in, and I understand. No. Back then, it was stereotypes. It was the way life was, and what you do and what you don't. The culture, in other words, the culture you live in. Back in my mother's time and grandmother, they had to. Sometimes they sent them away. Nobody knew nothing. So it was a real deep hidden secret about things. So, we're moving up in progress, and so as of this day, I would have said probably, did you use protection? I would have been asking that. But no matter what day or time it was, far as, see, you got to associate for a parent, you're talking about having sex, but you're talking about a baby. So those are two different worlds there. Okay. The sex is, no.
Yeah.
But the baby is, oh, that's my grandbaby. I can't, so it's like this with a parent, most parents, when it comes down to,
So you feel like the love
and your health and your protection, because you could die from having an abortion. See, people don't realize that.
For me, I don't know if I should feel thankful. I don't know how I should feel, but for me, I wasn't far enough along where I had to have like the invasive procedure. It was just that's what okay, so you don't want to
I really don't want to hear that.
Yeah, so I just watched the movie Unplanned, and in that movie they actually show a father bring his, it was based off a true story, they show a father bring his teenage daughter in to get an abortion, and in the back, she would, like, it went bad, she was like bleeding profusely. Like, it's very dangerous, and I feel like people, like, there was this one poster board, I don't know what you call it, the signs that hang up like above the freeway that said abortion is self-care. And like people don't understand, like, and that's why I was so thankful for Evangelist Lydia writing the book on abortion, because people don't understand the negative effects that it can have on people. People go through depression, people, you can physically go through hemorrhaging, like just so many different bad negative effects that women that I have talked to still suffer from the effects and the memories of it.
Guilt.
It's traumatizing, guilt, shame, all of that, and it's not self-care. It's very traumatic. If I came to you now and I was 18 and I said, "Mom, I'm so sorry, I made a mistake, I had sex, and now I'm pregnant and I don't know what to do."
First, I would ask you how your body is feeling, how you are. First, that was it. Did you use protection? I'd have a lot of questions for you to see where you were at psychologically, physically, emotionally, spiritually. I'd be more concerned about you and your well-being, being a mother and had children and stuff, and know what you go through when you're pregnant and if you have to prepare for that. So I would have set my mind on, okay, we fit to have a baby. So then I'd start talking to you about pregnancy, preparing for that. You could still go to school, you could still graduate, you could still do all these things, you can have a good life. We go have a baby. We're gonna take care. I'm gonna help you, I'm gonna be there, I'm gonna support you. I'll watch your baby while you go to school, while you finish school. Whatever. That's where I would come from. Now, having the knowledge that I have, and with God's guidance now, and the person I am now, I would be like that.
And at that time, where Maurice was, how old was Maurice at the time?
I have no idea.
Maurice I was 18, so he was 10.
Okay. So that was gonna stem into another question. So you were a single mother at the time.
I know where he's going.
So So
now he's trying to go somewhere.
no, I'm just talking about being a single mother. So it's just like you had a lot on your plate at the time as well.
Yeah.
So, and Denisha, did you think about that before you? Like, was that one of the things that weighed on you? Like,
no, honestly, I was selfish when I was 15.
She was very selfish. Very, very selfish at that time.
Okay, so yeah, I was selfish, and
He's holding his head, he can't feel it.
Honestly, we had lived without my dad, since birth. So that was just normal life. Like, it was no like, oh, I don't have a dad. Like, that was regular life. I was used to only having mom. So this was our life, and I didn't know anything other than that. So I didn't think like, oh, my mom is a single mom, I don't want to put more burden on her. Some kids do think like that though. So you're saying, because he's basically saying like, if I would have had a baby, you would have had to take care of the baby.
Yeah, that would have been it. Yeah, that would have been the part of the program.
Yeah.
It would have went that way.
But I was thinking, I gotta go to college and I would have to take a baby with me. I wasn't thinking, it was on
she
me.
Didn't think
I wasn't thinking that she would. I thought
be
she would
that
put me out
kind
the
of
house.
mother. No. She don't know me like that.
Ma, you put Keita out the house.
Not with no baby.
Okay, well, I didn't know that. So in my mind, you put my
Keita
big
was
sister
rebellious.
out because she was rebellious. I'm rebellious because I just had sex. So you're probably gonna put me out too with my baby.
Well, no, not with no baby. That's a whole nother can of worms there.
So the advice that I would give a young girl or teenager or anyone who may have an unplanned pregnancy or be in a situation where you have an unplanned pregnancy, I would just say really go home and think about it. Like at that moment when I left the Planned Parenthood, my mind was made up. They gave me the brochure and the list of abortion clinics, and I called it and I made an appointment immediately. And so I would just say go home, pray, think about it. And don't be afraid to reach out to someone and let them know. I know like everybody's situation is different, so everyone doesn't have a supportive family and things like that. But I do believe that if you pray to God and just meditate, because I made a decision, an impulsive decision basically, and I wish I had not. And so if I would have waited a little bit longer, even talk to like some of my friends who really care for me and support me, someone in my life would have talked me out of it. But at that moment, I kept it a secret, and that's what abortion. A lot of times abortions are done in secret. Family doesn't know, no one knows, and so no one is able to speak truth into you. And a lot of times we make the decision off of a lie or misconception or some untruth. Like I thought my mom was going to put me out the house, and that was not true. Yeah. And so we're making decisions based off of lies, basically fear, lies,
Yeah.
So that's my advice that I would give to you. How mothers can make it easier for daughters to come to them is to have these conversations and say up front, like, you are not supposed to have sex, I don't want you having sex, but if you do, we will take care of the baby together, like, or something to let me know that if that situation were to happen, I'll have your voice in the back of my head, like my mom said she would back me up, you know what I mean? So what advice would you give?
Well, for the mothers, that's traumatic when you have your thoughts of your child graduating, going to college, you're happy, and you've been putting this money up and you've been saving for everything to get the stuff ready for the dorm, and then you get some kind of shocking news like that. It just tears you down because you want the best for your children, but you got to remember they're human and they're going to make mistakes. We're all human and we all have made mistakes. So the main thing is to just let them know you love them. That's what I keep saying. That's my answer now, is to just show them the love you have for them and the support. You got to support them. You got to love them. They're your child. You can't throw them away.
Thank you for allowing me to be open. I know it was hard for me to share it with the world and be open about it. It was, but I appreciate you.
Jesus Christ,
I know, but you down for me because you know like seeing that now. Like even though you reacted the way you reacted when you heard the song, you still got on the song and prayed with me.
Yeah, I had to.
And you still did this video with me, which shows that you are, even if I don't do something that you approve, you still will support me. So I wish I would have known that when I was 18.
Well,
and I regret having the abortion. Like I regret it.
I know.
Yeah.
But you was kind of rebellious. You was kind of like a rebel back then, and you didn't always let me in anyway. So we had kind of like a little struggle, push and pull relationship back then. Really did. But over the years, we've been having these talks and crying together and dealing with each other and accepting what we can't change about each other and all of that. Yeah.
All right. Well, I love you. Lord, I promise to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. May these facts set us free. It was her choice. Thank you, Ma, for keeping me. Daddy wasn't around. You ain't had no money. You could have gave me up easily.